Hi and welcome back, guys, and Merry Christmas to everyone out there. I have found something really interesting that could potentially lead to a massive Ethereum rally. I found a catalyst that will play out over the next coming weeks, and I'm gonna show you the exact levels that we have to watch, where I'm going to buy, where I'm going to add to my Ethereum position, and of course what that exact catalyst is. And of course, we're talking about Bitcoin and the short-term outlook for Bitcoin, plus some trade setups. If you think that is interesting on this Christmas day, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these really important updates. And now let me show you actually what I found. So first of all, funding rates on Bitcoin are right now a little bit overheated. Bitcoin got earlier a small flush, and I was expecting, because of it, that Bitcoin might be coming down with the funding rates, but this is over the holidays, as it seems, not the case. But that is absolutely fine for the time being. Remember, these funding rates, they can stay high for quite a while, but that could lead to another flush, a funding rate flush, potentially after the holidays. But I'm going to show you exactly where I would expect that. When we're looking then here on the Bitcoin chart, here you see the flush that I was talking about, basically 3 small ones over the last 6-7 hours, where we touched here our prior trading range, $4,300 and $500 approximately. And remember what I told you guys yesterday, every time when we come back into that range here, this is a good buying opportunity to long Bitcoins. You see Bitcoin also pumping here now just a little bit. It's not crazy. But if you would have entered down here, you would be up 0.5% approximately. So with 20x leverage, it would be 10% on Christmas. If you would have traded with $20,000, that would be $2,000 right now. And I can imagine that would have most likely paid for your Christmas spending, for all the gifts that you potentially bought. Here, I'm basically waiting for this downward sloping trend line to be broken. Once that is broken, Bitcoin will snap immediately into the golden ratio here around $44,000. And if we can flip that, then we will move to the next one to $45,200. If we get a rejection from there, I can imagine that we come back into the higher area, this trading range, to around $43,000, $43,300, and from there grab the liquidity and then continue to move it to the upside. Something else that I wanted to point out here is that we have here also a symmetrical triangle shaping up. That triangle gives us time until Tuesday, early Tuesday, to get a decision to break up or break to the downside. If we would break to the upside, then the technical target would be $44,856. If we hit this technical target, then I can tell you that we will definitely move to $46,000, because we have cleared then some really major important resistance levels on the way to the upside. And guys, don't forget, if you want to take these kind of trade calls, do this on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 for signing up with my link in the pinned comment below and in the description. And BYBIT is also one of the few platforms where you get a BYBIT card. I don't have the card lying around here right now, but this is basically the small envelope where the card is in. I was using it earlier for some Christmas shopping. Was so nice to use it, seamless. Really easy to use. I love that card, and I keep doing damage with that card while I'm making some money through trading to keep up with my spending. So if you want the card, look if it's available in your country and use my specific link to secure one of these. If you cannot use BYBIT and you don't want to worry about KYC and VPNs and stuff, then go to CoinW. You still get $5 bonus just for creating an account there. It takes you like 10 seconds, but also only with that specific link. And if you want to make money on autopilot, I highly recommend you to go to FAIRDESK. Just copy trade me there, and they have also the highest bonus in the industry, $120,000 if you use here my specific link. Again, all these links are in the pinned comment below and in the description of this video. So now let's move on here. When we're going here to the weekend trap, I had to extend the weekend trap a little bit because I actually looked up how long the weekend is lasting over the holidays, and it is until late Tuesday in Europe, and for me it's early Wednesday morning before the market opens again. So we might gonna jump up and down within that range here until the market opens on Tuesday again, and then get a directional decision if we move here to the upside or to the downside. Here also clear level to watch right now, $43,920 approximately. If you see a break of that level, there is a high chance that we're not only breaking out of that range but continue to move higher. So for now, you see the price action is trapped under that level. You can see that here already from Friday. So from here, we have tried here 2 times to stay above it and failed. We tried here also just recently to try to break above it and failed, came back down. So I think that is kind of a really important level to watch right now, $43,920. Like I said, if you see a flip, we're most likely going to break out of it and we'll have a CME gap then below us instead of above us. On this 4-hourly chart, I want to point out that the EMA ribbons got a beautiful retest here on the upper middle band, which is a bullish indication for continuation for Bitcoin. And we are still bull flagging here. And here we only need to reclaim $43,850 to also see continuation here, because that is right now the longest traded volume area on the VPVR. Yeah, so once we're out of that volume traded area, we're gonna see then also definitely continuation here to the upside, as you can see here. Still, the target for the bull flag remains here at $46,553. Once we are hitting that, there's also no resistance basically holding us anymore to go to 48, potentially even $50,000. Just really quick, guys, I had to switch to my iPhone camera because the new camera that I have, the battery gave up, and I was charging it for 30 minutes. It's still not letting me record. I think I have always to fully recharge it. It's really annoying. So that is actually my third attempt to make the video, but we are getting there. We are getting there. I'm not giving up, guys. I'm not giving up. So here on the liquidations chart, on the 4-hourly chart, here's also a clear trading range that we can see. We have some degenerates coming in here with over leveraged long positions. They could get flushed, in my opinion, at some point today or tomorrow. If not, then again, the direction is to the upside with all this dense short liquidity above us. So nothing has changed there. So overall, the direction is still to the upside. I'm going to show it to you in a moment. Here on the liquidation heat map, also nothing has changed. Here's still over $130 million at $44,670 approximately. So I still expect that we're going to take that out and then continue to go higher here. The underlying long liquidity is quite dense here, around $43,100. There is around $300 million. So that's hence why I'm saying we could see a small flush to the downside where we grab this and then push to the upside. So be prepared for that. Here on the 12-hourly chart, you're going to see now why I believe that we still continue to move higher, because the overall market structure has not changed. We are still creating higher highs and higher lows overall. So, and unless here around $40,000, this higher low is broken, the structure remains bullish. We are running here also into this apex. By late Tuesday, Bitcoin will make a decision either to go to the upside or to break down and go to the downside for some more consolidation before we then eventually go to the upside, because I really strongly believe that into the ATF decision next month, Bitcoin is going to rally really hard, and $48,000 to $50,000 remains for me the target here. Here on the weekly chart, also nothing has really changed. I only want to see that we close the weekly candle as it is right now. Then also here, I believe that we are going to see that push into the next resistance area that I also mentioned yesterday of $47,000 to $48,000, and we could get lucky and get a wick here into the golden ratio up to $50,000 before we then turn around and move then into lower prices from here onwards. So now I want to talk about what I found on Ethereum, what might be an insane catalyst for a rally for Ethereum into the middle of next month. And that is a protocol upgrade for layer 2 solutions, which is called EIP 4844. So, and what does this do? It does do proto-dank sharding. So now you want to know what is a shard blob transaction. I'm gonna try to explain it in really, really simple terms for you. So a shard blob transaction is basically a transaction, multiple transactions combined into one string, put into a blob, which is nothing else than a bigger sized block on the blockchain, and sign the transaction with that blob. So now you have only one single block to sign for multiple transactions that are within that blob. And that will lead to lower fees, more scalability, and faster transaction speed. But this applies mostly only to layer 2 solutions, for example, like Optimism, Arbitrum, Polygon, and all these other layer 2 solutions. But it will decrease massively the fees on these networks. And I'm going to show you in a moment the fee structure that is expected for that. So here on that website, you see here IEP4844.com, you find all these informations. Here, low fees now, full data sharding will take a considerable amount of time to finish implementing and deploying. Yet rollups are here now, can bring rollup fees down by orders of magnitude and enable Ethereum to remain competitive without sacrificing decentralization. So it will also help to further decentralize the Ethereum network while rolling out this new Ethereum upgrade. So here are actually all the benefits for that rollup. So here you see reduction in gas fees, enhanced scalability, impact on rollups and scalability, substantial fee reduction for rollups, global transaction network scalability, competitive edge in crypto space, streamlined data management, future-proof network upgrades. I'm gonna put all these links in the description and in the pinned comment below. So if you want to read through all of that, I leave that down there. And now if you look, for example, here at the NFT all-time high craze, you see that the average Ethereum transaction was around $200, but everybody knows who was there. There were transactions at like $800, $600, $1,000. Once a new NFT collection came out, it was superly hyped and congested the Ethereum network. So that is also something that will be part of the past once that is rolled out. So right now, one transaction is around like $6, more or less. And here you can see the comparison after the new upgrade is implemented. So Ethereum will stay the same, but for example, Starknet will be like 13x cheaper, Optimism will be 9x cheaper, Arbitrum will be 9x cheaper, Polygon will be 12x cheaper, ZK Sync will be 11 times cheaper, more or less. So you see there is a drastic reduction in the fees, and I believe that could lead to a rally for Ethereum because the launch of that is the 17th January. So now when we look at Ethereum, I could really imagine that Ethereum could potentially be rallying into $3,000 more or less, potentially even here to the 3.618 at $3,169. The worst case scenario for me, where Ethereum would rally, is 2,700 to 2,878. Here, that area is my worst case scenario where we rally into that upgrade. And the best case scenario is here the 3.618. So if you want to get into an Ethereum position here above the golden ratio of 2296, 2305, once you see a 1 hourly candle above that level be closed, that is where you want to enter the next Ethereum position to potentially run this with me together into these targets here. So because I think there will be coming some hype into this once the holidays are done and people realize that that rollup is coming to decrease a lot of the fees on the network and also make it more robust with the upgrade. And we were actually waiting a really, really long time for that. So I can imagine that this will be a massive event for Ethereum, and that could lead to a surge in price, but it will also be a sell the news event. So once the upgrade is done, I expect Ethereum to turn around quite quickly on that day. Basically, the moment that it goes live, I expect Ethereum to move to the downside. Here also, you see on the VPVR, $2,350 is the level that Ethereum needs to flip here to move into higher levels. Once that's flipped, there's basically blue skies ahead of us. So also here, I just wait for a 1 hourly candle to be closed, and that will open the doors to potentially $2,600 here to this golden ratio level. Here you can also clearly see we are starting to form here a bull pennant. Also on Monday, tomorrow, this will be completely done, and we should get a directional move here to the upside or to the downside. But I also tend here to lean to the upside for that specific move. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. So I finally got the video done. Thank you so much for watching. I might do tomorrow a live stream. I have to talk with my editor what he wants to do. I have no idea what his plans are. So maybe I do a live stream. Maybe I put another video out. Enjoy the time with your family. I hope you made a lot of money in the last 12 months with me together here. I keep providing you with all the value that I can, so that we will make even more money next year, and hopefully also for next Christmas. So guys, enjoy your family time, and don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you see you then in the next one.